desire and goal to have a petunia tree. This has been 2 years in the making, in terms of planning and everything, but with the help of some skilled family members. So this is the main post. It's going to go 3 feet into the ground, and then we're going to sink, just put some bolts through here. It's going to be like a Christmas tree. We're going to stick a bolt in here first, then we're going to slide this frame down the post, then we'll stick the next bolt in there, slide that frame, there, the next bolt that frame, and then that's our cap. We've put on 2 coats of primer. We'll put on a first coat of paint. We're going to do another coat of paint. Again, my brother-in-law, he's the magician with the metal work. He built this for me in just a couple hours, half of a day. And then, when it's all set up, we're going to, in each one of those rings, install one of these super petunia baskets. And these are a Vista super petunia bubble gum. And the hope is that we're going to cut the hooks off and then set up a drip system so that we don't have to worry about watering. And then the hope is that when the super petunias grow out, you can't see the metal framework and it just looks like a tree of bubblegum super petunias. I've already got the hole dug in my front yard where we're going to put a 3 feet deep hole. I slid in a sleeve. I didn't want to install the metal right into the ground and concrete it because I wanted to be able to remove the petunia tree when the flowers are dead. And so I dug a hole and inserted a 3-inch PVC sleeve that I'll slide post into, and then in the fall when the frost hits, the flowers die, we can remove the baskets and remove the petunia tree and cap the hole, and we're good until next spring. So we planted these back in our greenhouse probably in February, maybe March, because we knew we had some time. The osmocotes ran out, so before we put all the baskets into their frames, we're going to add a little bit more osmocote. And yeah, so we'll take some more videos, we'll put it together so you guys can see how all the pieces come together. I'm excited though. Just like I said, so I've been wanting this for a couple years, and it's finally, all the parts are coming together, so it's going to be fun. Okay, so here is the setup we have for watering the petunia tree. We've set up a line coming off of our sprinkler system. That's this line here. We're on pressurized irrigation here, so this is canal water. So we've added an extra water filter just to kind of help weed out some of the mud and other gunk. We've attached it to our fertilizer injector. We are going to fertilize these, and then so we'll fill that with fertilizer, which will then go through the hose, which we are going to attach to the drip line, which we'll get to that point and show you how we added our emitters and get the drip line. We're going to zip tie it to the petunia tree, so hopefully this is a completely self-watering system, and then whenever we want the fertilizer, we can just take this off and pour fertilizer down into the receiver there, and It's just a suction injector, so there's that little tube that runs up to the top here, and in there the water flows through, and as the water passes through, it just sucks out some of the it'll suck some of the fertilizer out and into the system. So we're excited to see how this works. So we bought these emitters. So what you have to do with the drip line is you have to poke a hole in the drip line like that with a nail, and then you push the regulator little emitter thing into that hole, and then that is then going to go into the basket and water. These are Jane emitters. We got them off of from Drip Depot, dripdepot.com. So anyways, we'll do the rest of them and see. We'll show you how they work. So we just turned it on. There's no visible leaks. It filled our reservoir with water. So we got it hooked up to our hose. We got a drip line. We'll probably bury this drip line once we are good. And now the question is that enough for what we're trying to do? This is rated for a 2 gallon per hour drip, but our experience has been in the past, you need something that sprays a little bit more to get the exterior parts of the basket, because a drip just isn't enough to wick the water out all the way to the edges of the basket. So we need to look at this.
Maybe if you got close enough.
So you can see what we did. This is what we're looking for. It's a nice little spray compared to this dribble. So that spray is going to get to the outsides of the basket. What we did is we removed the little emitter and just plugged it straight into the drip line. So that's what we're going to do with all of them to make sure that the baskets get water, plenty of water on the edges. So we're going to do that for all 16 baskets, and we'll show you the finished product. So what we're having to do, because these regulators are regulating how much water flows through here at 2 gallons per hour, which is not enough pressure for what we're wanting to do. So we showed that if we plug it straight into the drip line, that we get the spray that we want. So what we're doing is these are just pop right off. And so we're gonna pop all these off real quick. And then what we like to do to kind of help the tube go into the drip line is we come down here and we just cut this at an angle.
Go down a little further.
So that it's got a way to jab it through. So we're gonna do that to the rest of these. Then we're poking our holes in the drip line. We're gonna push these into their holes and we'll get it all set up. Okay, so here they all are going. Put down some good water. The nice thing about these Jane emitters is you can actually turn at the head and close it off. And so if you're not needing one, which we'll need all of them on this one, but okay, now comes the fun part, putting all the baskets in. We've got to put in 16 of those beauties back there into the petunia tree. I think this is a good time for a little time lapse as we put this all together. So we decided to go ahead and bury the drip line back to the system we got here. So I dug a little trench. I'm gonna clean it out and bury the drip line so that way we can easily mow over it. Thank you.